During the time of the New Testament, when it was being written, if you had asked a Jew, either in Israel or scattered around the known world, if you had asked a Jew about John the Baptist, they would have said something like this. John the Baptist, he was a courageous man of God who stood up against that wicked King Herod. John showed no compromise. He held on to God's law, calling out King Herod's sexual sin, and was even executed for it. John the Baptist is a hero and a martyr. It's a bit like if Russian assassins happened to kill Volodymyr Zelensky. Imagine that. Imagine if he was killed in action. If he was martyred while leading his country in this noble defense against tyranny, imagine what would happen. And instantly he'd be a hero, wouldn't he? Amongst the Ukrainians. You could say no wrong against him. You wouldn't be able to. And they would defend his reputation, probably to the death. And even around the Western world, if he was assassinated straight away, because his cause is considered so noble, he would be an instant hero. And this is the sort of dynamic that was happening with John the Baptist. He stood up against the wicked king for God's word and God's way, and was an instant legend, hero, and martyr. However, at the same time, you asked a Jew about Jesus, those outside Israel probably would never heard of him. And those in Israel who'd heard of him would probably say something like this: Jesus, isn't he that would-be prophet who died a criminal's death? Disgraceful death? Wasn't he convicted and crucified? Disgraced in his death. Why give Jesus a second thought?